Hi, this is Shelley Kraft. We're coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the Sachs Associates 6th Annual European Life Sciences CEO Forum 2013 here in Zurich, Switzerland. With me is Mr. Ron Nagar of Insuline Medical Limited, symbol INSL on the Tel Aviv Stock Exchange. Ron, welcome to SNN.
Thank you, Shelley.
It's good to have you. Okay, Insuline sounds like insulin, too. Tell me about the company quickly so we can get right into this.
Well, the company is it's a medical device company listed in the Tel Aviv Stock Exchange. We have developed, we are here to assist diabetics, the millions of diabetics worldwide that have to inject insulin with every meal that they take every day of their life. We are here to assist them solve the problem that the insulin that they take today is not efficient enough. It takes too long for the insulin that is injected to get to the bloodstream. And instead of developing a new drug, which takes years and tons of money to get to the market, we have noticed that we can develop a device that will work with any insulin existing on the market today, which is used for insulin for mealtime injection, and improved or actually boost up the performance of that insulin with a simple product, and you have it here with me. This is called Insupad. Insupad has two main elements. It has a reusable part and a disposable part hidden inside this box. So,
all right, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
Let me stop you just for a minute. We're going to get back to this in a second. So, Ron, let me ask you a question. I hear what you're saying. There's got to be a little bit more to it that we don't know yet. And I want to hear what that is, and then I want to get into the product and how it achieves that secret sauce formula that you've developed.
Okay, thank you. Well, insulin is injected subcutaneously, and what the device is doing is applies local heat at the area of injection, which accelerates local blood flow. That has been known for decades, that if once you take a sauna, for instance, you increase the local blood flow. What we have developed here is a device that gets it reproducibly every time you take an injection and control. So the heat is also a controlled heat and reproducible heat with every injection, so you get the same effect with every insulin injection, and that's also very important.
Does it also have an effect on the amount of insulin you take? I mean, I'm just asking.
Well, thank you for asking this question, Shelley, because we've shown in a study that was run in Germany very recently that people that take this device and use it can reduce their prandial insulin by about 30%, which is very impressive. And on top of that, interim results of the study showed that they get 50% less hypoglycemia effects, and that is very important in the diabetic treatment.
I got another question. What about adolescent diabetes? And I bring this up because, you know, if you got a 5-year-old son wearing a pump, you know, you've got to have concerns, and anything new that comes out on the market has to be made given awareness by families that are dealing with these kids. How does this help those kids?
Well, we have a study that is run by Professor Bill Tamberline at Yale University. Over there, they're treating adolescents and kids, and they're using our device, not this one, but a device for insulin pumps. So they're using the device with insulin pump users and showing the same effects that this device is doing also in pump users.
And that's your device on the pump also?
It's our device on the pump also. It's over there, it's called Insupatch. So this is Insupad, and the device for the pumps is called Insupatch.
I like it. Here's my question. Why did you come up with this? What's your background?
I'm an engineer by education, but I've been working in the diabetic field for since 2000, and wanted to get devices that will help diabetic. I started working on non-invasive blood glucose monitoring, and then in 2007 started up this company.
Did you have a reason for it? You know, sometimes, you know, obviously, need is usually the mother and the father of invention. So what happened? You just recognized the need for it, or you had a family member? I know there's always a story behind everybody doing things.
Well, the story, I'm an engineer, And one day a physician came up to me and said, let's turn his idea at that time, into a product. And then I was brought up into medical devices. So then I left everything that I was doing, which was optical communication, and moved to work with medical devices, getting products to the market. We had a device with that physician, and later on I wanted to get or bypass a real problem, a real necessity. And at that time, non-invasive blood glucose monitoring was and still is actually one of the main.
It's getting big.
Yes,
it's bigger. It's incredible. Okay, let's quickly talk about the market. Okay, the size of this market is enormous today. It's only going to grow. Where do you fit into that market, and what size do you think you could achieve as far as market share?
Well, the insulin, the drug insulin itself that is used within mealtime injection was selling last year in about $6 billion. So it's a huge market. There are 11 million people worldwide that are injecting insulin with every meal injection that they take. So it's a huge market, and we expect that with this product, and provided that we have sufficient or adequate reimbursement, and that's another key to make sales, we can grab a nice market share. But again, reimbursement is a key, and for that we run the study in Germany to show the payers that they're saving money, and we've shown that we're reducing the insulin use by 30%. That is money on the table.
My last question. I know I could go on, but my last question is, when it comes to the product and the company and your potential earnings capacity, what is the razor and the razor blade of this product?
Wonderful question. We have here, and you can see here the product, which has two main components. There is a reusable part, rechargeable battery and electronics, and there is a daily disposable element, which is called the fenster, that holds and activates the reusable part. And they are snapped together, and at the end of the day, once you detach the reusable part from the disposable, this one breaks. So that next day you're using a fresh reusable disposable part.
And that can't be too expensive, right?
Well, it depends on the reimbursement.
Got it. Get this website.
It's www.insuline-medical.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ron Nagar of Insuline Medical Limited, INSL, publicly traded company on the Tel Aviv Stock Exchange. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNNLive. We're at Sachs Associates' 6th Annual European Life Sciences CEO Forum 2013 here in Zurich, Switzerland. I want to thank you for coming on to SNNLive.
Yeah, thank you, Shelley. Thank you for the opportunity.